Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Lesson learned. Don't confuse the game with the real life pain. I was drowning in the dark, trying to hold on to a name. Lesson learned. You were kind when my whole world burned. Now I sit alone, thinking about the bridges I overturned. Lesson learned. Sometimes love ain't really what it seems. Sometimes broken hearts get attached to dreams. Lesson learned. Khloe, I'm sorry if I crossed that line. You were a real friend in the worst time of my life. It started on a 5 a.m. night, lights glowing through the rain. I was already broken down, drowning in the pain. My sister in her past, brutal went into a story. Every single day I felt empty and blurry. Couldn't eat, couldn't sleep, mind falling apart. Carrying a grave on the side of my heart. And I met Khloe on the server one night, and somehow your voice made the darkness feel light. You laughed with me, talked with me, stayed around when my whole damn world was crashing to the ground. I ain't think much at first, just a friend online, but you helped me survive during the hardest time. Every call, every text, every little joke was medicine for a man emotionally broke. You probably never knew how much you really helped. I was fighting every day with the hand I was dealt, but somewhere down the road I lost my way. Started needing more attention every day. Wanted more time, more talks, more you around. Didn't realize the pressure weighing you down. You kept saying chill, give space, slow pace, but grief and confusion had me lost in one place. I wasn't thinking clear, I was emotionally weak, and instead of healing I became too deep. Lesson learned. Don't confuse the game with the real life pain. I was drowning in the dark, trying to hold on to a name. Lesson learned. You were kind when my whole world burned. Now I sit alone, thinking about the bridges I overturned. Lesson learned. Sometimes love ain't really what it seems. Sometimes broken hearts get attached to dreams. Lesson learned. Khloe, I'm sorry if I crossed that line. You were a real friend in the worst time of my life. I started telling people how I felt inside, saying we were friends, but emotions started to collide. At first it was true, I just cared for you deeply, but pain changing people when they hurt incompletely. I offered you things, said I love you too much, not realizing every word could make you comfortable and stuck. Was I in love with Khloe, or the person behind the screen? Was I chasing comfort or some impossible dream? That's the part that hurts me the most today. I lost the line somewhere along the way, between roleplay worlds and reality itself. Trying to heal pain I never dealt with myself. You were only trying to be there for me, a good friend showing kindness honestly, but I made it heavy, made it harder to breathe. Now I understand why you needed to leave. I scared you away without meaning to, and now I gotta live with the damage I do. I can't even blame you, this was all on me. You told me from the jump what it was gonna be. You didn't want a boyfriend, you wanted a friend, but I kept pushing limits again and again. Not because I wanted control or possession, I just crave attention during oppression. But intentions don't erase the way things feel, and I finally understand that pain is real. Sometimes when you're broken you hold on too tight and turn a safe place into another fight. Now I sit back staring at the screen glow, thinking about a friendship I may never know again, the same way before all this confusion. Before emotions blur reality's illusion. I was too lost in my grief, too desperate for comfort, too desperate for peace. And now the silence hits harder every night, knowing I became the thing that didn't feel right and but gone. My heart cracked wide and Khloe walked in when I wanted to hide. Maybe I leaned too hard on the only light near, and turned friendship into pressure and fear. Lesson learned. Don't confuse the game with the real life pain. I was drowning in the dark, trying to hold on to a name. Lesson learned. You were kind when my whole world burned. Now I sit alone, thinking about the bridges I overturned. Lesson learned. Sometimes love ain't really what it seems. Sometimes broken hearts get attached to dreams. Lesson learned. Khloe, I'm sorry if I crossed that line. You were a real friend in the worst time of my life. If you ever hear this, just know I understand now. You needed space and I didn't know how to separate my pain from what was real. I let emotions take the wheel, but no matter what happens from this day on, you helped me survive when my strength was gone. And maybe the biggest awakening for me is realizing kindness ain't ownership, attention ain't love, and healing can't come from holding somebody too close. So now I sit with this lesson burned into my soul. lesson learned.